Guys, I mean, I had to do it. The last video was like 20 minutes. I mean, I needed something to drink. So if you see me drinking this throughout the video, I mean, that's because I'm really thirsty. And all I had was burgers. Alright, so, hey guys, my name's Shay Fierce. Welcome to another video, and today we are reacting to How My First Love Ended, featuring Emery by Sultan Sketches. This is part 3, so if you haven't watched the other two reactions on part 1 and 2, I'll put them at the end of the video with the end credits and outro and all that. So to give you a recap on part 2, if you have already watched part 3, already watched part 2, or you just don't feel like watching part 2 at all, basically, Sultan now figured out that he liked Emery, and though he tried to put those feelings down and bury them, he just couldn't do it, because once he saw Emery, or Princess, he was like, damn, she fine, and something like that. So then, he also noticed that Princess and Tim were on like an on-off relationship, and then when he finally told Tim that he loved Princess, he didn't care. Like he knew it from the start. He was like, "You guys will be perfect together. Just make out already," or something like that. Fast forward a little bit, and it's Princess's 18th birthday. Sultan, it was probably the grape juice, because Princess was a bit sad that Tim didn't come to the party. Besides walking over to say happy birthday. And yeah, Princess was mad. Sultan had some grape juice. Got mad at Emery kind of being a bit selfish. Keep saying Emery Princess. And at the end, when Sultan tries to wait for Princess, she just passes right by, not saying a single word. And yeah, that's a bit of the recap. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, like, and comment to Sultan Sketches, Emery and myself. And yeah, let's get right into the finale of this 3-part series.
And the final video of my series. If you haven't seen the first 2 videos, click the link in the description.
Yeah, I would highly recommend you watch the first 2 videos.
With that out of the way, let's begin. Previously on Sultan Sketches. There is no way I was in love with Princess.
Sugoi!
I started to feel uncomfortable around Princess and my best mate. I love her. I know. Huh? Some time passed and Princess's 18th birthday arrived. Timmy eventually did show up, but only to say happy birthday. And then he left to go back to the other party.
And just like that, my party is ruined.
Does everyone else mean so little to you? We're all here for you, Princess. We showed up, not him.
Sultan, that's not what I meant.
I had ruined Princess's birthday. Hey, Princess, listen, about the party,
So how's this gonna happen? Will it be a good ending or a bad ending? Really hope good ending.
She didn't even look at me. For the first time in my life, I wasn't in Princess's. We used to spend every living second together. At school, after school, and we went from that to being strangers. And I didn't know how to handle it. I tried to talk to Princess, but she just avoided me. Her sister too. I tried to apologize for my actions and I was ignored. And rightfully so. I mean, I had ruined her night.
He probably didn't even mean it,
I deserve
bro.
this treatment.
It was just the grape juice.
Guys, if you think me and Princess never spoke again, you might want to go back and watch the other videos. Me and Princess We were best friends. People who depended on each other for the last 10 years. If you think our first argument was the one that broke us
Yeah,
apart, you're dead
one
wrong.
thing isn't gonna do.
It didn't
a
take
whole
long before
big
Princess sat me
thing.
down and we talked about that night. I apologized wholeheartedly and Princess heard me out. What I did was wrong, but we had been each other's prime source of happiness for years, and we overcame that
Yeah, you
struggle.
can't break best friends up, bro.
It was a rough few days,
It just
but
can't happen.
things were back to normal before long. I still loved her, and
That was like the
conflicted
short,
about the whole
saddest,
ordeal,
like
but
ridicule
I
I've
was
ever
happy
seen.
things were back to normal. Let me tell you how a typical day at my school would go. Me and Princess only had one class together, so I only really saw her at lunchtime. At lunchtime, the Year 12 boys would play some type of sport, and because I'm deathly allergic to any form of physical activity, I would sit with Princess. Me and Princess would walk off, find a quiet place to sit, and just chat. We talked about our hopes, our dreams. We talked about how great it's going to be to finally be free of high school.
But
Honestly,
y'all have to go to college, though. That's
I
gonna
really
be.
miss those
I
kinds
mean, unless
of
they want to go to
conversations.
college.
We just opened up about everything. And then the conversation of college came up.
See, at least you're going to college. Unless it's gonna be something like, oh, I'm going to a different college or something like that. This looks nice. I like this.
So, any idea about which college you'll be applying to?
Going to Harvard.
Yeah, I've basically made up my mind about going to fake college name.
Fake college name, huh?
Wait, I just noticed what he just said.
We've been going to the same school for 13 years, haven't we?
I guess we have, huh?
Damn, bro, that's a decade. God dang.
Well, I guess a few more years wouldn't hurt.
Wait. You don't mean...
Yeah, I'm going to apply for fake college name too.
Oh yeah, let's get it. Fake college name. Woo! Oh my god, that's
And
freaking
so, we
freaking
decided
amazing.
to go to the same college, together. I can't even begin to tell you how happy I was. Some time passed and my 18th birthday was coming up. Now, if you remember from the previous video, you'll know that Princess and I loved birthdays. I had actually been planning my own birthday for years. I couldn't tell you how excited I was. And then something happened. For reasons that didn't involve Princess, my birthday turned out to be a disaster.
Bro, what happened?
I had such high hopes for it. I was beyond excited for it and it completely fell flat. I was heartbroken. That was probably the worst day of my high school life. Well, it would have been. That was until Princess saw me. Princess knew I had plans for my birthday, but when she saw me at school, she could tell something was wrong. I told her it was fine and I would just go home for the day.
Nah, bro, you gotta get her. You gotta.
I think by now, you guys can probably guess what kind of person Princess was. She was stubborn, caring, and always wanted me to be happy. You think she would let me go home on my birthday?
Hex
No
nah,
way.
bro. We're going to Legoland.
She threw me in her car and took me out to our
She
favorite
threw you
place
to
to
your
eat.
car, bro.
When we got there, Princess asked me to open the boot for her because she'd left something in there. And so I opened the boot, and I saw my present. Princess had purchased
Alright, so
a
we got
big
grape
box and
juice,
filled it with
Finn,
all kinds of things.
Pikachu.
Things I loved. Skittles, grape juice, games, merchandise from my favorite shows. I couldn't even fit them into one drawing because she bought me so much stuff.
Bro, what is the
I
box?
remember I began to tear up looking at the present. But that's not all she got me. There was another present she had bought me previously,
A Nintendo
but
Wii?
had forgotten to give it to me until then.
We're going back
Our
to
Year
this book,
12
aren't we?
graduation was coming up, and me and Princess had already decided when we started high school that we'd be going together. We went to everything together, Primary school graduation, junior graduation, debutante, formal, you name it. Even when we were dating other people, we still went to these events together. That pissed off a lot of people, but, well, we didn't care. She was my
Bro,
best
it's
friend
best
in the
friends
whole
forever.
world.
Friendship
Of
is
course
magic.
I wanted to share these moments with her. I don't remember what event it was. Maybe it was debutante, but it was customary for the girl to buy her date a present. Princess bought me a bracelet, and I loved it so much. Does it look familiar to anyone? I still have it with me to this day.
Wait, how are we
I
supposed to
gave
know?
Princess a big hug and
Have you been
I
wearing
thanked
it
her for
during
the
your
presents.
animations?
Even though I had been the one to ruin her birthday, she had been the one to save mine. This right here is exactly why I was head over heels for this girl. She was beyond compassionate and was just the purest girl I knew. Before graduation, I remember sitting down with a close friend of mine. Let's call her Jennifer. Jennifer was one of the first people I told that I loved Princess, and she used to give me advice on how to handle it and stuff like that.
Oh, that's nice.
By handle it, I mean she begged
Teaching
me
how
to tell her.
teaching how to get the
One
ladies.
day, Jennifer and I were talking and she mentioned something about kissing Princess.
So how you gonna do it? French
"What?
kiss?
No way
Or
would
tongue?"
I kiss Princess. And then Jennifer went silent. What do you mean? She asked. I told her I loved Princess, but I wasn't exactly interested in kissing her.
Wait,
Jennifer looked at me weird,
then how does that work?
and then I realized why. I'm not interested in kissing her. I just love her.
So you love this
I
person,
was so confused.
but you don't want to kiss the person.
What did that
You're not
mean?
seeing the logic
Do I
here?
really love her like that? Was it always like that, or did my feelings change along the way? How could you love someone and not see yourself in a relationship with them? All these questions ran through my head, questions I had never even thought about.
You're like,
Did I-
wait a
Did I
minute.
even want to be with Princess? Of course I do, but then why was that my reaction? Jennifer smiled and asked me to tell her exactly how I felt. After I opened up
And bro,
about
y'all-
it even more, she too looked conflicted. Jen asked me, "Do you love me, Sultan?" And I replied with, "Yeah, of course I do." "Do you want me to be happy? Do you want what's best for me?" And again, I replied with yes. "But you don't want to kiss me or be in a relationship with me, right?" And I said, "No, I don't."
Are you getting it now?
She then turned to me and asked, "Then what makes me and Princess any different?" What makes Princess different? She was Princess, that's what.
Bro, we don't care about that.
That wasn't an answer, was it? I didn't have the answer. I knew I loved Princess, but what kind of love was it?
You loved her as a real best friend. I mean, that's what a girlfriend and best friend is. It's like your literal best friend.
Princess looked stunning.
Whether opposite
she bought
or
me
same.
a tie to match her dress, and we had an amazing night. Dancing, taking photos, enjoying one final
Shut
party
up,
with
I'll
our
tell your
school
mother
friends
you're
before we had to
bullying me.
deal with the exams.
I don't think his mother
After
would
the
believe
graduation
that.
had finished and everyone went home, Princess and I decided to go to the beach.
To
The
the
weather was
beach.
nice, the night was young, and we wanted to just relax and
Yeah,
take it all in.
that's how it works these
The
days.
night, the future, everything. And so,
We're going in. Alright, Fortnite Rift time. Let's go. Oh wait, we've seen this part before.
Sultan, look. Isn't it pretty? The ocean at night. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so is that Monica pose. Very nice. He has no idea what to say.
then and there is when I decided. I decided how I felt. I decided what to do about my feelings for Princess, and that was nothing. I loved her. I wanted her to be happy, and that's all it was. I think I did want more in the past. I think I did want to be the only guy by her side, but things changed. Yes, I still loved her, but now it was only in the sense that I wanted what was best for her, and I wasn't that. Princess and I could never, ever be together. It used to break me, but now I was okay with the way things were.
Yeah, so I could see
Once
why
school
he would
finished,
think it could be a good ending or
nothing
bad
changed
ending.
between Princess and I. Since we went to the same college, we would meet up before, during, and after classes. Yes, she used to sneak me into her classes. We went to college parties together. I became friends with her friends, and she became friends with mine. We were both moving on with our lives.
I take
but
that as a
together.
good ending right there.
A year later, I was speaking to a girl. A girl I was really interested in. I decided that I would spend New Year's with the girl and her family.
Can I just
Something
say I thought he
had
was
never done
purple for
before.
a second?
And Princess, she had decided to fly someplace with her family. On the night, I received a text on my phone. It was from Princess. Something had happened, and Princess had decided to fly back home. She had decided she was going to spend New Year's alone. Listen.
What's up, Sultan?
I'm sorry. I have to go.
You... what?
I'm so sorry, but there's somewhere I need to be.
Okay, I understand.
I'll see you soon, okay? I'm sorry.
But we're not even, what, we made a bit halfway through the video.
Hey,
Hey, listen, can you come pick me up? This party isn't going so great. Let's go get pancakes or something.
Sultan. Thank you. I'm on my way.
Thank you. I have no idea what you mean. Princess and I ended up getting lost, so we ended up celebrating New Year's in the car. I thought I had put it behind me, the need to always put Princess first. But that never changed. I always placed her first, and because of that, I probably lost something that could have been special. I never saw that girl from New Year's again, but if I could go back to that night, I'd do it all over again.
That's freaking cool right there.
This next part of the story will probably upset a lot of people.
Alright, it can't be that
Everyone
bad.
I've told this story to says that they hate the ending.
I mean, you said it yourself, like, it could be a good or bad ending.
I guess that's just the way things go. Princess and I had our own lives. We had our own friends, our own classes, our own dreams. And slowly, Princess and I drifted. It wasn't immediate. It wasn't because of a fight. It wasn't because I confessed. It was because
You guys just
life happened.
had your own lives, you know.
We started to see each other less and less.
Sometimes stuff
We
descends.
started to call each other less and less. I went from seeing her every day to once a month. And then I didn't see her for a few months. That was until the day before my birthday party.
I mean, they had a really long friendship. I mean, let's say that right now. They had a really long friendship.
Princess?
Oh, hey, Sultan.
Long time no see, huh?
Yeah, it's been a
Their
while.
lives are just.
Oh, I'd like you to meet my boyfriend.
I'm kind of wondering on how this
Hello.
is going.
It's nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Remember, Princess, my birthday party is tomorrow. I'll see you there, right?
Yes, of course. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Alright, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
If that was the ending, I mean, what's the problem? Oh, never mind.
She never showed up. A few days later, Princess messaged me saying sorry and told me that she'd see me soon to make up for it. And that was the last time I ever heard from Princess. I was mad. Then I was sad. Then I was nothing. I stopped caring about it. Guys, sometimes things just happen. People change, relationships change, life changes. And yes, you're allowed to be sad about it for a while, but that's just life, you know? Your
Yeah,
priorities will
guys, look,
change.
life is
Your
just
friends
life,
will
you know?
change.
People
Your
change as
feelings will
years go
change.
through, and you don't know how they're gonna change.
That's okay.
Maybe some will stay
Life,
same, maybe
it's
some will
about
stay different.
adapting, changing, and growing.
But someday you'll start
I'm not
listening
upset
from
with
your
how
friends,
things
bro.
ended, nor am I upset with Princess. We both grew up and moved on. I'm happy, and I'm sure she is too. If you ask me now how I feel about Princess, I would tell you nothing has changed. Of course I still love her, but in the sense that I always want her to be happy. I'm okay with her not being in my life. I'm okay knowing she is living her life without me. I'm okay with it all. In the end, I just want what's best for her. And I'm sure she's out there somewhere, thinking the same thing. Princess, if for some reason you stumble upon this video, and I'm sure you will, just know that you'll always be my little princess. Nothing will ever change that. I will always see you as the girl who saved me from a life of solitude. I'll always see you as the only thing I looked forward to at school. I will always see you as that girl who was kind enough to let me borrow her sparkly gel pens.
I like how that's
I
how it
wanna
all
say
started.
Thank you so much for all the memories. I truly cherish the time we spent together. I hope you're living your life happily, and just know that I'm happy too. By the way, if you ever feel like hot chocolate, give me a call. We can catch up and drink hot chocolate like we used to. I think you know the place.
And there we go, guys. Look, like he said, life goes on, you know, people change. You're gonna have friends, obviously, but as time goes on, you know, you're gonna start making more friends, or you're gonna start descending from your original friends. And, you know, everyone just has their own lives. So, in the beginning, he said, you know, I've said this many times, but the way you take it can be a bad ending or a good ending. In a way, it's a good ending. I mean, they never fought, like, they never were mad at each other in the end. They just all had their own lives and became whatever they are today. I mean, look at Sultan now. He's telling this story to y'all, and y'all having fun. So good job with Enrichu as well for having that voice acting, for Princess and whatnot. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Subscribe, like, and comment to Sultan Sketches and myself. If for some reason you decide, hey, I'm gonna watch part 3 without watching the other 2 parts, go watch my part 1 and 2 reactions. I did it right on this chair, besides part 1, because that was like 4 months ago. And, yeah. Goodbye, my fellow reactors. And also tell me if you have a love story or something about Glove or whatnot. And yeah, now goodbye, my fellow reactors.